So we got the turkeys out, and the chicken wire roof is in, but it's not done yet. I still need to run some lines above it so I can put other lines down to it and pull it up to make it easier to walk under there and more rigid. But it's good for now. We're able to let the turkeys out. So good morning, everyone. My name is Vaughn. My family and I, we live here in northern Arizona, extreme northern Arizona, and the beautiful mountains and trees, off-grid homesteading. Trying to do this one hand. I got my cup of coffee here, the Christmas cup. Checking the batteries. It was kind of my morning routine. Uh-oh, don't look now, we got a polar bear. People don't know here in northern Arizona we get polar bears. So I'm not sure if you can see, but we are at 3 out of 6 bars, so we're about half full already. And as you can see, I've got these data wires connected now, so now the batteries are talking to each other. My thing I wanted to do today especially is look at that. So we've had below freezing temps all night, and because this room is now fully insulated, it's at almost 50 degrees. So the question is, after I try to close this door without spilling coffee all over myself, the question is or was the diesel heater I installed in the generator room even useful? Should I even have done it? I mean, is it staying warm enough in there to not freeze my pipes or damage my batteries? Well, let's check it out. So here's the diesel heater. It's the H-Calorie diesel fuel generator, or heater, I mean. I ran it twice already. Once last night when we got home, just kind of testing things out. I'm going to put it through a full test today. I'm having issues with the Bluetooth connectivity between this display and my phone. I'm supposed to be able to run this thing from my phone in the house, but I think it's too far away from the internet. It's not reading it, but in here it would work. But as of right now, I want to turn this on and just show you guys basically how simple it was. I'm what you call a tech tard. Now that term is patent pending. I invented it. Tech, technical. When it comes to computers and silicone diodes and whatnot, I'm not the guy. I'm a plumber. I fix water systems and sewer systems and gas systems. So I'm not good when it comes to, like programming things. I don't like it. It irritates me. I get frustrated. But this was actually quite easy. So it's pretty simple. You plug it in the wall. It also comes with a DC power input, so you can actually hook it to a car battery or a cigarette lighter or anything like that. All the kids out there, all the Gen Zs, or what's a cigarette lighter from a car? What is that? So basically, I could use a remote. It did come with this little keychain remote, so let's just do it with that, and I'll show you guys. So I'll turn it on. Oh, you gotta hold it. There we go. So turn it on, and it starts kicking on already. So on my Bluetooth on the phone, I've already set the temperature to what I want it, or you could just go here. So right now, in this room is 53 degrees. So you just go up and down, whichever way you want it. So let's just put it at 60 for the heck of it. Now, being a diesel heater, it does take time. It doesn't have spark plugs like a gasoline engine. It has glow plugs. So those glow plugs take a second to warm up, to start glowing. And that's when the combustion chamber turns on. And that's when you start getting heat. So I just want to turn this on just to show you guys. I got to find out. Now there's a settings button here. So you can tell already if you look at these flashing lights. So the blue is cold, fresh air intake, and the hot is the heated air coming out. So we'll give it a second, and you'll know when it's really running, it'll start clicking. I believe that's the fuel pump. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. This is the first diesel heater I've ever had. Now I do own 2 of these. There's this one, and then I got one still in the box in the shop. That's going to be used for the dog houses. As soon as I get around to building another one of those, I'm going to connect the 2. That's the ticking, that's the fuel pump, I'm assuming. But I'm going to connect the 2 dog houses just like I did these 2 rooms, just with a T here. And this will either be encased in a box outside, or it'll be wrapped with insulation so it kind of retains its heat. It is definitely colder in this room just because of all the intake air vents I have all around. As you can see, I'll be working on this again today. This is part of the fire suppression system. I'm going to start putting in valves, getting that ready. But we're almost done with this room completely, guys. Now I do need to purchase another generator. Just a backup generator is going to go right there. I need to purchase another trash pump, 2-inch trash pump for fire suppression, and it goes here. Excuse the mess. I just got back from San Diego a couple days ago. Been gone for quite a while, and it's good to be back. But yeah, this thing's revving up. You can hear it. Now, when I'm outside, this door's closed, you can't hear anything, which is really one of the main reasons why I really I like having these rooms. Everything stays out of the weather. Everything stays very user-friendly. So there is air coming out here. It's not warm yet. But as you can hear, this thing's revving up. And once it gets going, it works great. I gotta say, guys, if you're considering a heat source for your RV or your car, if you're one of those nomad guys that live in your vehicle, or a tent, or a yurt, or a tiny house, man, these things are great. So far, I mean, I haven't really put it through the ringer yet, but it's really a great source of heat to keep you warm. Okay, so it is coming out warm now. So I got these registers, as you remember, from Amazon, 2 of them for like $10, something like that. So we got this one. They're stainless steel. And the other one goes to the other side, of course. You see, I got the exhaust. Now, this is a really important part. I mentioned this before, but just in case you missed it, if you're running one of these or a generator like me, and if you're extending the exhaust, if you're inside and extending it to outside, like what we're doing here, make sure you always have a gentle slope down, because condensation builds up in here, and if it's pointed up, it'll create a blockage, and that's going to cause a lot of problems. It may actually damage the machine itself. So this is a slight slope. You probably can't tell on the camera. Slight slope down, goes down, and then it goes under the building, all sloping down to the exterior. Now you'll see this material here is called Unistrut. It's typically used by electricians, but us plumbers, we use it too sometimes. And I thought it'd be a perfect application for this room to strap the exhaust to the drywall, the wall here. And in between these Unistrut clamps, I used this. This is exhaust tape. People use this on motorcycle exhaust to keep from burning themselves, and also to keep the heat, just the ambient heat coming off, the radiant heat rather, coming off of that pipe. And it works great. Today, one of the projects is I'm going to wrap that tape around this exhaust, get this right here in the middle, the center of the hole. I hope you guys can see that. And then down here, as it goes through the floor, same thing. Now, I've had this generator run for hours like it is, and it's not burning anything, but this is not the way I want it. I'm going to fix that today. That's one of the projects today. This heater is really warming up already. I like these louvers on this because I can direct which way I want that hot air blowing. I don't want it blowing on a tank full of gas. And I mean, it doesn't get super, like, extremely hot like that, but this is really warming up my hand. I'm really liking this. So this room has all these vents for intake for all this equipment. The power room next door, the power water room, doesn't have vents like it, so it stays much warmer, much more insulated. And in between this wall, this colder room and that warmer room, we got 1/2 inch drywall, we've got 1/2 inch siding, and we've got 1/2 inch plywood, and then we got insulation. So it's about that thick of solid surface and then insulation. So the heat transfer between the two rooms, there is not really to speak of. So this side over here is basically to keep the equipment a little bit more warm, but most importantly, when this system, my fire system is done, all this will be full of water all the time, and it's PVC, and it's not insulated. So I want to keep all this as warm as possible, because last thing I want is one of these things bursting, and that's what they do when PVC freezes. It bursts. It doesn't just split like a piece of copper. It'll actually burst, and we'll lose all our water. It'll flood this room, and that's not good. So that's what this is for. Now this, I can actually control the turn off and turn on temperatures. Just right here, I can set it and forget it. I can go in the house and it's done. I want to be able to control it with my cell phone, but I may need to get internet set up out here, which I really don't want to have to mess with. If I could just set it at a temperature, it'll turn off and on by itself. I don't even have to come out here. I don't have to do anything. But it is getting warmer in here already, but it is windy outside and it's actually blowing right through these vents. So this here on this side is just to keep this room, you know, from freezing. The other side will actually keep it quite warm. I had it running yesterday for about 10 minutes when I got home last night, and it was well over 60 degrees. And perfect for that room. Now, if you're like me and you have the Hypo, was it the Li4 lithium ion batteries? I'm trying to think of the brand, but I think it's Li4 something. They don't do well in cold temperatures as far as in their charging mode. When the sun is out and it's freezing, they don't do well. As a matter of fact, I believe it can actually damage it. The batteries have a built-in safety switch. They'll just shut off by themselves. So that room has to stay above 32 degrees, which is no problem with this really cool heater. I'll just set this thing to 50 degrees and the water pipes won't freeze. The batteries will be doing just fine. Now, as you saw, as we went into the power room, we were at, what was it, 50 degrees, 60 degrees? And the sun had just come up, probably not even an hour ago. So as of right now, this time of year, we're fine. I don't even need to use this right now. I'm kind of just in the testing phase. But believe me, guys, believe me, it gets cold. I mean, the dirt out here freezes. You're walking on it and it feels like ice. It does get below zero here. It has since I've owned this place. And those are just temperatures that don't do well with pipes full of water and very sensitive electrical components. So as you can see, let's see where we're at. There's a lot of different information on this screen. I know it's hard for you guys to see, I apologize. But this is set at 60, so at 60 degrees, this will shut off. Now, the only thing I'm thinking that might be an issue, and I have a resolution for it, is because there's so many open vents in this room, it's going to be very hard for this unit to get up to 60 degrees ambient temperature, which means next door is going to be super hot. And I don't want that. So unless I'm running the generator, I'm actually going to Home Depot tomorrow. I'm going to buy that 2-inch thick foam board. I'm going to cut little filler pieces that will slide right inside of all these vent openings to keep that cold air out. So the ambient temperature in here will be very similar to the next room. Now when I come, and if I need to use this generator, of course, I will pull those those foam boards out to get plenty of fresh air in here. And if it's super cold, I will run this at the same time. It's not a problem. This thing creates so much power. Even if I'm charging my batteries because they're low and I need that generator running, it's still so much power. It's enough to run everything I'm running currently and charge the batteries all at the same time with so much power to spare. Now when we upgraded this cabin, we changed all the lighting out to these. I can't see, they're really white. There we go. These 6-inch LED lights. So even if we have all the lights on in the house, it's pulling like 14 watts. It's nothing. The big expenditures in power, of course, is coffee makers, microwaves, the big screen TV, and any kind of like appliance, like the refrigerator. We have a chest freezer in there, and our laundry. Even if all that stuff was running, this guy can handle it. This guy can power the whole mountain. It's 13,000 watts running on gasoline, or if it's on propane, it's 12,350 watts, which is just so over beyond what we need. I mean, we can get away, and we were getting away with our 4,000 watt generator. So this is, what's it, over 3 times the amount of power this generator produces. And when this door is closed and the window's closed, it's barely noticeable outside, which is exactly what I wanted. These things rattle and make so much noise. It's just, in this room, it's really, really loud. So I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'm not gonna turn that on. I just wanted to show you this diesel heater, guys. If this is something you're considering buying, always, always, always be cognizant of fire. That's the only thing I hear that really stresses me out is fire. Just because we're so far out, there's no way a fire truck can get to us in the first place. I mean, if they have those water dropping helicopters or airplanes, yeah, that can get to us obviously, but nothing with wheels is getting here. Not a piece of equipment like that. So that's why we're very cognizant of fire suppression and fireproofing things, making sure that there's no combustibles next to any heat sources. That's why I'm doing things like this, just going above and beyond what normal people would probably do. So I will be working on the generator exhaust today. This is kicking out some great heat, guys, and I only have it set to 60. I'm not sure how high this would go. Let's check it out. Let's see how hot this thing can get up to, at least according to the display. Wow, we're at 104. This thing can get up to 104 degrees. So right now with that set like this, once this room gets to 104, it'll shut off. Now, of course, I'm not gonna leave it like that. That's not happening, but I just wanted to see kind of where it would get up to. And there's also a setting that I can change the blower speed as well. How I do that? Couldn't tell you. That's one of the things I'm messing with today. So I'm going to learn how to use this. You know, it does come with this manual, but again, I'm a tech tard. I don't understand a lot of this stuff, so I just kind of mess with it, tinker with it until I figure out how to use it, and that's what I'm going to do today, along with more fire suppression piping. Again, this stuff finally done, so I can clean this room up. Considering painting the floor, you know, it's just plywood right now. Considering painting it, but I'm not too worried about that really. But it's a great little room. I really like how it's ending up. But I can definitely feel that cold breeze coming through these vents. The wind is blowing outside right now, guys. It's pretty darn cold. But yeah, we're into winter. I think it actually might, is it December yet? It might be December 1st or something. Or it's tomorrow, December, I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Just running ragged. You know, I'm supposed to be retired and yet I'm still working my butt off. But a good cup of Joe solves all problems, right? So there we go, guys. That's the diesel heater. Real quick, let's see if the temperature changed next door, and then I'll cut the video. This video is basically just checking out this diesel heater, seeing how it's working. Oh yeah, significantly warmer. It's already climbed quite a bit, as you can see. So here's the other vent. It's much quieter in here, right guys? So here's that vent, and it's blowing warm air on my bald head. That feels really good. So that's going to protect all this water equipment. As you can see, our backup Grundfos pump, all the water lines, they are all insulated and they fared just fine last year. But now the difference between this year and last year are those really expensive batteries. So I don't want those things to get damaged. Now I watched a video yesterday. There's a fellow that had a big system. He's out, I believe, in southern Colorado, so not too far from here. And he had a big battery, and he's actually wrapping his batteries in foam, or not foam, but that foil insulation stuff. Now I don't know if that's a good idea or not. All I'm thinking of is like static electricity buildup. I'm thinking of if these things discharge hydrogen like these guys do, the sealed lead acid batteries, I would think having it contained is not a good idea. But again, I could be wrong on that. I would rather just keep the whole room warm. You know, and that'll protect this equipment here. You guys can see this. There we go. So all this equipment here, especially these guys right here, are really expensive. Batteries really expensive. And the last thing I want is it to be sub-freezing and something goes out and now we're just running on generator. I would rather just put a diesel heater in just like this, and they are cheap, guys. They're like 120 bucks. Very cheap, very easy to install. It's just worth it to protect my investment in here. This is kind of the heart of the whole homestead, is right here. This is where all our water comes from. This is where all our power comes from. And this just needs to be protected. It is very pleasant in here, very warm. I mean, shoot, I should put a little TV out here, have it as a little hobby room. This is not bad. I just need to clean this desk off. Again, we're still in the mid. We have so many projects going. And that's the life, you know, living off grid. If you're homesteading or thinking about homesteading, this is what life is like out here. It's one project after another, but it's enjoyable. You're working for yourself. You're much less reliant on others, and you're just living, handling your own thing. Living for a living. I think that's a great saying. What do you do for a living? Well, I live. That's what I do. I live for a living, and this is part of it. We're at the final stages of getting most of our systems set up. Now I still need to do my gray water treatment room, which is on the other side of the cabin. That's also our propane room where we keep our propane bottles and all that stuff. That's going to be a project either we're going to start to do in winter time or wait till spring. We still have the gardens right behind me, and our livestock pens we're going to have to build. That's supposed to be sometime this winter too. The great thing about out here in northern Arizona, guys, is it's almost always like this. Well, it's hard to tell. Let me see if this will focus. There we go. A little bit. It's perfectly blue skies, clear skies, lots of sun, lots of power being created, but it's cold, really, really cold. So if you're bundled up, you got some hot coffee in you, you can work outside. It's not always dreary and rainy and snowy, but we do get those. As a matter of fact, last week we had one heck of a storm. You guys remember California got hit hard, but we got hit pretty hard out here too. All our water tanks are full. We actually were getting snow flurries, and it was a one heck of a storm. That's when I had to go to San Diego, and I actually was planning on taking my work van, but it wouldn't make it even off my property, so I had to bring it back and load everything into my big 1-ton, and that got me off the ranch, no problem. It's just one of those things, and I can't stress this enough, and I know I'm going off track of diesel heaters, but this is supposed to be a learning channel as well. If you're kind of contemplating moving off grid and living in an area like us, you have to have a very stout vehicle to get in and out no matter what the weather. It's imperative. Now I see people sometimes coming onto this ranch in cars. Yes, regular cars. They can't get up here, but there are some roads that they can get down, but most of the time they get stuck. And now they're spending a lot of money to get unstuck, or hoping on the kindness of the neighbors out here to pull them out, which I've done that many, many times. but it is what it is. Now, one thing I have done also is I have disconnected all the cables from the 20 sealed lead acid batteries. This was our original battery bank here. The straps to this have been removed from the wall. The reason why I did this is because I need to slide this out of the way to get this guy. This is the 2-inch PVC for my fire suppression. It's going to service that side of the property, which would be the east side. And then outside there will be a port, just like I have for all the 3 other sides. So I still got to run that, but in order to run that over here, I need to move this thing out of the way. I got to pull these batteries down, store them over here somewhere, and then move that shelf. This is going to be the power system for my my music studio that I'm going to build probably next year, because we're just getting backed up on projects again, and that's a normal thing. You can't have your heart set on finishing everything you start all at the same time, even though that would be a great thing. It's just things come up and you need to redivert your attention and your energy and your funds to more important things. So for us right now, the next project, guys, I guess this is the next project announcement. I'm actually going to Home Depot Monday, which is tomorrow, to start buying material to build a roof over our back door to the cabin. Just because in the winter time when it's muddy and snowy and everything, we're tracking all that stuff right in the house. So we want that roof and some, not really walls to enclose it, but just more of a sheltered area where we can keep a bench and a cabin.